Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Null Zone. I hope you're doing well, folks. Sorry about Friday. Just before we were about, as I was getting the stream ready, I just was feeling a little bit under the weather, a little bit weak. So we didn't have a Friday night contact on Friday, so we'll have a bumper one next Friday. But I did say that I would come on and do a stream on Sunday, and I have seen a topic that has caught my eye, and I think it's an interesting one to talk about because it's been going on for decades. I mean, Cardi B won't be the last singer to mime a song, but that's what I want to talk about. So if you don't know what happened, she was at a concert. A fan threw a drink at her, which the fan shouldn't have done. I want to make that very clear. Throwing stuff at artists while they're up performing, whether they're miming or not, you shouldn't be throwing stuff at them. Cardi B responded by throwing her mic at this person in particular that had thrown the drink at her. But it had exposed Cardi B, the fact that she wasn't actually singing live at this so-called live event. And the question I want to ask you guys, because we've all been to concerts, we've all spent our hard-earned cash to go to a live concert. So if you go to a live concert, the question I want to ask you guys, if a live concert is deemed to be a live concert, shouldn't the artist be singing live? Isn't that what you expect when you buy your ticket? So, I'm not dismissing what the fan did because it was true. It was awful. You shouldn't be throwing, even if it was ice or a drink. It could have been any sort of liquid. That's the thing. But it wasn't. Luckily, it was a drink. But it did expose this culture that we have. And look, they used to do it. They've been doing it for decades, as I said. This is not a new thing. But when you go to a live concert, shouldn't you expect the artists that are performing to be singing live because that's what you've paid for? I mean, if you want to hear the version that they play up on, then just buy the album. You know what I mean? Why would you waste your time going to a concert if they're not going to be singing live? And that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about that. But I want to show you the video in question. So just bear with me there because, as always, everything runs very slow on the computer. But I'll show you the video, right? Well, hopefully we don't get hit with a copyright on this because I have to play the clip to show you what I'm actually talking about. So let's look at this clip as soon as it loads. So I'll wait until it loads on Twitter there, because I've got everything connected. It's slow. So there she is. Right. So it's playing. Right. So all I need to do is do that pause. Right. So we pause it, bring it back to the start, screen share it. There we go. Hopefully now everything doesn't go haywire. If it does, I'll knock my camera out until I play the video, and then I'll knock the camera back on. But this is what all the fuss is about. We'll big screen it there too if we can, and hopefully you guys can see that on your screen right now. Just let me know if you can. And let's see who's in the chat before the video obviously comes up. Everything is running slow, so I'm gonna have to kill the camera. Right, hold on. I'm gonna kill the camera because I have to, unfortunately. Right, there. As soon as I kill the camera, it comes up. Yeah, but it doesn't come up on StreamYard for me, and it gets very awkward. I'm probably not even talking now. Oh, there we go. Right. Okay, now has me other avatar. I mean, yeah. No, it's nothing. It's nothing to do with that. It's nothing to do with that. It's all me. It's all me. Don't worry about it. I have a sus now. Just trying to change me out. Everything's running slow because the camera, the mic is working, because this computer is a bit of a bloody nightmare. Anyway, let's play this video. Right, so clearly not singing the song. So she got ice in the face, right? In fairness, she got ice in the face, right? But she reacts by throwing her mic. But in throwing her mic, she exposed the fact that she wasn't singing this song live. Now, why would you go to a live concert, pay all of that money for an artist like that to mime? Now, while the fan who threw the ice at her owes her an apology, I do think her reaction, by the way, of throwing the mic was over the top. I mean, she got ice in the face. I mean, if anybody's held a mic, they're not the lightest things in the world. So she hit someone with that mic, which just caused it. Anyway, listen, I don't like Cardi B. Her behaviour over the years has been despicable. Some of the stuff she's come out with is despicable, right? But that's besides the point. But I think throwing the mic shows that this woman's behaviour and how she carries herself, it's not a role model that you'd want for your girls out there, to be quite honest with you. But it exposed this whole culture that's been going on for decades of all of this miming. It used to happen on Top of the Pops. Only certain artists would sing live on Top of the Pops, but the majority was miming. But we grew up with it, and we were used to it. But I do expect myself, when I go to a live concert, right, for the artist to be singing live, right? If I don't want to hear them singing live, I'll just listen to their album in the earphones. So we're back. There we go. You know what I mean? So I just don't get this. I actually honestly believe she owes the whole crowd anyway an apology, because she got them there on false pretenses. It's a live concert, so I expect you to sing live. Simple as that. So this whole incident has exposed this whole culture that's been more prevalent in the last couple of decades of live entertainers not actually singing live anymore. And I find it absolutely disgusting. We spend all of this hard-earned cash on your albums and stuff like that. The live concert's supposed to be a different experience to the album that you buy. Okay? But no, what you are basically doing is you are getting your album, you are putting a crowd behind it, you are doing something with the voice to make it sound like the person singing live. But all it is just the album. And it's just them standing there on stage pretending to sing. And I don't think that's right. I don't think that's fair. And I think that whole culture needs to be stopped. And this kind of stuff needs to be pointed out. You know? So let's see what people say in the chat. Now we won't be live for long because I've already done 2 streams on the other channel. I wanted to just because this was something I seen. I was like, you know what? People are talking about the fact that stuff was thrown either way, but what about the fact that like she's not even singing fucking live? Like, JWC Reviews is right. You know, modern singers all lip sync. Their kind of music dictates this crap. Exactly. This is not even proper lyrics either, is it? I mean, you look at Rihanna released a song years ago. What was it? Nah, 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 all the way through, or whatever the stupid lyric was. Like, you know. I can understand people singing to record backing tracks, but miming to a record, nah, rip off. Exactly, and that's what she was doing. And you know, obviously our stands are coming to our defense and all of this. It's indefensible. I'm sorry. First of all, yes, I do not, and I want to make it clear, nobody in the audience should have been throwing anything at her, right? But her reaction of throwing a mic, right? Mics are not light things, they're heavy, especially where you sing through, that part of it is metal, right? She threw that at someone, right? And then it exposed the fact she wasn't even singing the song. So I'm sorry, you know, I would, if I was at that concert, number one, I don't know if the concert, because I don't know what happened after the fact, but if that concert was stopped by any, then she owes people their cash back. Simple as that. She owes the people the cash back anyway for the fact that she was at a live concert and wasn't singing live. Now, so I know what will happen, the usual spin. Well, you do an hour set, I'm saving me voice for certain songs, but you're not even really singing, you're murmuring along in all your fucking songs. It's not even proper fucking singing like Mariah Carey or Celine Dion or Whitney Houston, right? They would have an excuse for miming 1 or 2 of their songs so they could get through an hour-long set. But all your stuff is blah, 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 rappy, rappy, crappy, right? You're not even fucking singing, so you have no excuse. It's just fucking pure laziness now at this stage with all of these artists. Oh, we will put out our album, we'll do a live tour, but we're not really live, but we'll take your cash anyway. Absolutely ridiculous. Carry on. Yeah, we sorted out the issues with the video JWC, so that was good. At least she's got to see. I probably got a copyright claim on it anyway for playing that stupid fucking song. Like, rubbish, man. Right? It's not even music, right? Even Eminem, one of the fastest rappers in the world, even Eminem sings live, raps live, I should say. You know, and he has his backing track, as they all do. But he sings live. Unbelievable. You pay all of that money, and that's what you get. But you know, nobody will bring that up, and nobody, you know, I'm pretty sure her stands won't bring up the fact that she she probably split someone open by throwing a mic at them, right? I mean, potentially, I should say, split their head open, right?
And nobody would say anything about that, but will say, oh, she was attacked with ice. I mean, maybe that fan was, I'm only speculating here, but maybe that fan was pissed off because they realised that they came to a live concert and seen that she was miming or lip syncing or whatever you want to call it, and didn't like the fact that they spent all of that money just to come and see that trash. Because I tell you, I would walk out. I'm not messing. No, sorry. I pay to see someone live, right? That's it. Simple as that. That's what I've been told. It's a live concert. So I expect to hear that person sing live, right? I would walk out and demand me money back. They're not singing live, they're fucking miming. I want me money back, right? I didn't come here to listen to them fucking lip sync when I can listen to their album at home. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. That's why I love artists like Liam Gallagher and all, Noel Gallagher. You know, they're artists that we grew up with. They still fucking sing live to this day, right? Still to this day. And their voices are not the same as they used to be, but I think they've gotten better, actually. But still to this day, they do live concerts. And that's the way it should be. When you pay your money to a live concert, you should get that. That's the whole point of it. It's that live experience. It's different to the album. I know. Yeah, right. And they were cancelled, remember? I mean, they could come back today and get away with it now. Do you know what I mean? Like, they were literally cancelled for doing the same thing. It wasn't even their voices, though. That was an extra little step, though. I mean, it wasn't even their voice, but they were scapegoats. That was the record company. They always got the blame for that. You know, if you actually, there's documentary on all of that, and it's actually sad what those two were put through, because it was the record company, you know. I mean, they wanted to sing on the songs themselves, but obviously they didn't have the greatest of voices. But back then, you could change their voices with the equipment they had. So they were great hits. Just let them fucking sing it. Just don't let them sing live. They were crap anyway. Yeah, a lot of people are fans of them, and still to this day, you have people that will defend them. But and then there's people that obviously think that they were con artists. But a lot of these younger artists and people like Cardi B, you know, they ought to be ashamed of themselves. You know, you get paid millions. I mean millions, right? It's like as if you want to put your music out, but yeah, you say you want to do live concerts, but I know if you had your way, you wouldn't even do live concerts, right? You would rather just have, you know what, if they could use holograms, send you all over to do tours all over, you actually would agree to that, right? You just want the money. You don't even have passion for what you do. And it's sad. It's sad. But that's the state of the industry. I mean, the music industry is like every other industry out there right now, isn't it? It's an absolute joke. And look, as I said, even though we're focusing on Cardi B, a lot of these artists today, you know, mind their shit. I mean, Sinead O'Connor, right, recently passed away when Conor McGregor obviously had his fight at the UFC. She sang live there, right? She sang even live there, right? I don't think the woman ever didn't sing live. Even at the Academy Awards, Mandika, when she did that song, she sang that live, right? I mean, it's just such a shame. You know, I'm not a fan, as I said, of Cardi B's music. She wouldn't be an artist that I would expose to me kids either, especially little girls. She's not a great role model. She comes out with some horrible stuff. She's got a foul mouth. And you know, yes, as I said, the fan throwing the drink at her was absolutely wrong. Because that could have been something else. But her reaction is very telling. If you're willing to throw equipment, heavy equipment at someone, like a mic, right, and potentially do serious damage to someone, then that tells you all you need to know about the type of person that Cardi B is. I remember she's had public spats as well with certain people out there. So she doesn't handle herself well. She doesn't come across well. And now she's being exposed of not even singing her own music, which is an absolute joke. And of course, as I said, she'll be defended by her stands and stuff like this. But I think if journalists had any integrity out there, they would report on this and actually report on the fact that artists like this are scamming their fans by not singing live. It's an absolute disgrace, in my opinion, that you go to a live concert and these people can't even be asked to sing live. I mean, it just goes to show you what contempt they actually have for the audience. If they respected you in any way. And listen, not all live performances are going to be great, right? Some of these singers don't even actually have a note in their fucking head, right? But the thing about it is, if they did it live, right, people will respect them for the fact that they did it fucking live. You know what I mean? And obviously you can use the auto-tune during the live. Obviously it's obvious if you use auto, but even if they use auto-tune, right, to auto-tune their voice while they're singing, yeah, it's cheating a little bit. You want to hear their raw voice, but they're still singing fucking songs live. But imagine like, nah, man. It's disrespectful to your audience, and she should be ashamed of herself. But she's not the only one. And, you know, there's a lot of artists out there, male and female, who lays their way through their concerts, right? They don't even want to be singing live. And that just goes to show you. To me, for these artists nowadays, it's all about the endorsements. It's all about that cash rolling in. They don't actually care about the fan. They don't, right? I'm not saying all artists out there don't care. There are artists out there that do care, and you know they care, right? And you know who they are. Don't have to start naming artists that care about their fans. You know, right? You know, right? But there's certainly a lot of them that don't give two shits and are all for that, right? It's not even for the music anymore. It's all that. Sure, listen to the shite that they're throwing out, right? It's the same word in a chorus being repeated over again, right? Same shit over and over again. Even Eminem's had a pop at them all, like 50 odd years of age, like, and he's running circles around them all. And recently did Lose Yourself live with Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran actually gave Eminem's song Lose Yourself a bash, and I was pleasantly surprised. I've got to say, I was like, he's not going to be able to keep up with this. But he did, and then he introduced Eminem, and Eminem came on the stage with him, and the two of them were singing Lose Yourself, and it was actually very good. But again, I'm not a fan of Ed Sheeran, but there's a fella that sings live. Credit to him, you know? So, you know, something has to change, but people have to start speaking up, and this is the problem. Fans have to start speaking up. You deserve better than someone coming on, someone basically pressing the iPad. Right, Cardi, here's the song you're singing now. So we'll press play now. You just pretend you're singing the song. Nah, fans deserve better than that. And you should demand better than that. You pay your hard-earned cash. Some people even save up a whole fucking year because, you know, they got other bills and stuff, and they can only throw a little bit of money away each week to get their fucking dream ticket to go to their dream fucking concert, and then they find out that the artist is not even singing live. That's why I want to go and see The Weeknd. You know, if he ever comes back to Ireland, I want to go and see The Weeknd because he sings live and I like his music. But he sings live, most importantly, and that's what I love. You know, you should support those that do sing live because they're the ones that deserve your fucking money because they're putting the effort in for the fans. That's the thing. They're putting the effort in for the fans. Cardi B couldn't give two shits. She stands on stage with a dress on her high heels, right? Starts singing the one line over and over, and she's not even actually singing the fucking line. So she's just basically standing there. But, you know, as I said, fans have to deserve or demand better, I should say. And until they do, these scam artists will keep doing what they're doing. Look, she's no different to grifters on YouTube or on social media. Simple as that. Noel, who is the best live singer you have ever seen? Oh. Oh. Well, I've seen Christy Moore live. I've seen Aslan live. International acts, not as much. But I did see the Gorillas live. They were pretty decent. Actually, that was a great concert. It would probably have to be Christy Diggum from Aslan. And I was there in Vicar Street for that Made in Dublin album. And it was something to behold. I'd never been to a concert like it before. Literally from start to finish, the hair was standing up on my arms. I mean, I always knew Christy was a great singer because we'd seen him live on RTE and stuff. But to be actually there and to hear him with the band and then the orchestra that they had, it was probably, yeah, that was like an out of body experience. Now I have seen, I did security at a couple of gigs as well when the Point Depot was the Point Depot, and I did a few British boy bands like Five, Take That. I did a Boys Own concert as well, and the Backstreet Boys, believe it or not. And I have to be honest, they were actually pretty decent. Obviously not world class, but they were pretty decent. But yeah, I would have to say it's got to be one of our own, and that's Christy Diggum. I was actually, and I still am, I'm gutted. And I have been since he's passed away. I was listening to one of his songs the other day and I just broke down. His music helped me a lot as well as Doctor Who. My favourite song of his is This Is, and I know he's got probably better songs to it. I love all their old stuff of the 80s now, because it's a lot more, you know, rocky and stuff, and I do like that stuff, that era stuff, but I do love This Is, and for some weird reason that song resonates with me more than any other Aslan song. But I was absolutely gutted, man. I still am, that he's passed away. He was a true legend of Ireland, of Dublin City especially. Never forgot his roots, unlike, you know, Bono and all those other fucking idiots. But Christy was a legend, and you know, we've lost two legends in the past couple of months, and Sinead O'Connor, the recent one. But absolutely brilliant. Best live singer I've ever seen is bizarrely Lee John from Imagination. Paul McCartney was great as well. Hard to find singers who sound better live. They are the best ones. I agree with you. I agree. The Weeknd sounds better live than he does on his albums, and he's a newer kind of artist. But you are right, Freddie Mercury. I mean, Jesus Christ. George Michael. Better live. Adele, some will argue that Adele is better live than her albums. Celine Dion in her heyday. Poor Celine Dion's had a rough time with it lately, but Celine Dion live, absolutely brilliant. You could put Mariah Carey in there, Tina Turner. You know, holy shit, man! We had some great live singers back then. Even Michael Jackson. And even Paul McCartney, is still to this day sings live. So you got to respect that. Same with the Rolling Stones. You know, not a fan of the Rolling Stones, but Mick Jagger still doing it, like, and still singing live and has all of that energy, man. Fair fucking play, like. Not my favourite band or music, but you got to give credit where credit is due. I mean, there's 70 fucking, what's a 7 decades? 70, over 70 years in the industry, man. That's something else, man. But a lot of these singers, you know, especially people like Cardi B, you know, we'll never hear of them in a couple of decades' time. The music, see, I know some people say that about all music and stuff like that. Oh, the people that hated the 70s and saying, oh, we never heard 70s, but we still do. Nah, but I do think, especially these last few years with the music that these younger kids have been producing, it's all rubbish. And that mumble rap, jazz as well. I mean, that's crap. All of that is gonna, yeah, all of that will be buried. I mean, I still listen to some 50s and 40s music. I love it. I love it. Seriously, man, love it. I'll listen to art, but see all of this modern mumble jumbo crap. Nah, can't be arsed with it. I'm not saying I don't listen to any modern artists, because I do. There's a few. To be fair, there are a few that I actually like, but the majority of music is generic. It's mostly all the same. Do you notice that all the female stars all kind of sound like each other now, and their songs all sound very familiar, because they've run out of ideas and songs now at this stage, because even the writers that they've gotten in to write their songs for them are clueless, you know. So it's sad. But like everything else, though, I think the music industry is dying out, just like the film industry. It's all coming to a head now because, you know, we got talentless hacks everywhere, and that's the unfortunate situation that we're in. But look, I want to thank JWC Reviews and everybody else that's tuned in tonight. As I said, this is my third live stream now today, and I've got one more to go at 1:30 tonight. Manchester United play Borussia Dortmund on the other channel, Noel the Red Devil. So if you're a football fan and you want to join me in the early hours of the morning, 1:30, we'll be live on Noel the Red Devil. We'll be covering Manchester United versus Borussia Dortmund, the last game of the US pre-season tour, before they come back to the UK to play a couple of more pre-season games before we have our game with Wolves. So you can catch me over there. And we will be back here on Tuesday. And hopefully, as I said, we will find out what the story is with the rebrand, because I want to rebrand ASAP. The Charity Shield is next Sunday. Yeah, I'll give that a watch, but obviously we're not involved in that, so I'm not going to do what other Man United channels do and cover other games, because I think that's ridiculous. To be quite honest, you should just cover the team that you support. So that's what I'm going to do. But we will keep an eye on the Charity Shield. It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see how that match actually goes. Because, you know, I think this season is going to be a very interesting one. And I think there's going to be a lot of surprises. But I will be back here then on Tuesday with Christian for the Legend of the Travelling TARDIS, where we'll be discussing, as we have been doing for the last couple of weeks, Hollywood and things that we like. We try to keep those conversations as positive as much as possible. Also then on Wednesdays we have Queen Charlotte and PD, and I'm pretty sure, because there has been some Witcher news, Queen Charlotte will definitely have some Witcher news. I know that for a fact. because some news, we will be talking about it on Friday Night Contact as well, but it looks like it could be the end of The Witcher, and I think a lot of Witcher fans will say about bloody time, but I'm pretty sure Queen Charlotte will have a lot to say on that, and you can catch me on all the other bits and bobs as well. So I want to thank everybody in the chat, Bobby, JWC Reviews, and to everybody else that will watch this after the fact. Thank you very much. Really do appreciate it. And if you want to leave a comment, please do, and I'll try to get back to you. Another thing, YouTube's chat is kind of acting a bit weird. Like, some years are leaving comments and I'm not getting them to see them till after 2 or 3 days later. So if you do ask me something, or you have an opinion and you've seen that I haven't liked it or responded, it's YouTube. YouTube is acting very weird lately. And it's hiding a lot of me comments as well, which is absolutely ridiculous. Even some that are slagging me off. Apparently, I'm a raging bad German. I mean, the stuff that these idiots come out with is unbelievable. But anyway, thank you for joining me, folks. I'll talk to you for the next one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Obviously, it's the last day of it, but enjoy it. And so much for the global boiling, because it's fucking cloudy out there and rain. And it's a typical Irish summer, right? There's nothing unusual about this summer compared to other summers that we've had in the past, right? But yet there's all of this, we're all gonna boil. Not going to happen, folks. It's a scam. Con artists try to get your money, your taxes, more taxes, folks. Yeah? And refuse to pay them because we're not in any danger, right? What they're proposing is going to put us in danger. So we got to stop them, yeah? And when you have Greta mocking you, like when she was at a cafe and she was mocking, how dare you? She was doing that, right? She was mocking, right? She was mocking everybody, right? You need to stop falling for these non-experts telling you that everything, what degrees does she have? What diplomas does she have to be going around and telling world leaders to get their act together on climate? She's not an expert. She never was, right? All she is an uneducated twat, just like the Just Oil lot. Bunch of uneducated twats that haven't got a clue how things work, okay? Anyway, I'm going to stop before I do go into another rant. See you later. Have a good one. Talk to you very, very soon, folks. And I've got this straight out there.